Hello, ladies. I just want to start off by saying happy Monday. And today we're going to talk about boundaries. I went out there to do a Facebook Live, and unfortunately, I got kicked out a few times. So I'm not sure what's going on with Facebook, but we're going to go ahead and do the video anyways. And so we're going to talk about boundaries. Most times when people hear the word boundaries, they kind of get scared off. They shy away from that word because it's almost like it's taboo, or there's some stigma about boundaries. But boundaries is actually a healthy thing. Now, when it comes to boundaries, it tells a person more about who we are. It opens up people to understanding our identity. So we would think, okay, that boundaries would shrink our identity. No, boundaries actually expand our identity. And how do they do that? Okay. They expand our identity because they give people more information about us. It's kind of like meeting a person for the first time. Would we say, come in my house and open up every single door that's in my house? And I want you to see everything in my closets, in my bedroom, right? And everywhere. If you met someone for the first time, you're going to start off outside talking to them. Then some kind of way you might end up at the porch. And then they might end up coming into your living room. But you don't usually meet a person and just let them go through every room of your house. And that's oftentimes how we ended up caught up in narcissistic relationships, right? Is because of the fact that we opened up all of the doors of our earthly vessels, right? To people who were not qualified, so to speak. We didn't vet them or qualify them to even be able to enter in. We just opened up everything, right? And so that told them, because we opened up everything, it told them just what kind of person that we are, right? And so we often think it's good to give a person everything that they request out of us, right? But then there's an expense to that. There's an expense on the other side of that, right? And so when you have personality types like people pleasers, achievers, and perfectionists, they have Energizer Bunny personalities, right? And what happens is with those Energizer Bunny personalities, you become drained because you're like doing so much, you're working hard just to keep your personality in check, so to speak, right? And so we've got to become intentional about whatever personality that we have, whatever the weaknesses are in those personalities. We have to become intentional about chipping away, right? Chipping away the stone that's surrounding those personalities and taking off of pieces of those armor that are not befitting for us and putting on the armor of God in its place, right? And so what happens is that as long as a person knows we're going to continue saying yes, then they're going to keep on asking us to do the same thing over and over again that we really, in essence, may not want to do, right? And one for sure way to find out whether a person will honor our request is to have to say no to them about something, right? No, I can't do that. I'm sorry, but I can't do that. And then to hear what it is that they say in response to that, right? If they're going to become aggressive, if they're going to punish you by not talking to you for a day, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a year, 3 years, right? If they're going to become really nasty or whatever, it's going to give you clues as far as whether this person feels like they've got a sense of entitlement. And it also lets you know where they are coming from. And so what I want to do is leave you with what the scripture says in Matthew 5:37. But let your yes be yes and your no, no. For whatever is more than these is from the evil one. So it's just cut and dry. If it's yes, then the answer is yes. If it's no, then the answer is no. And then we've got to be able to be satisfied within ourselves of knowing that we made the best decision that we could make, right? Based upon the tools that we had available and what we know that we need for ourselves. And that's what a lot of the self-work involves when you're reclaiming you after narcissistic abuse, is understanding what it is that you need, not what everybody else needs. God bless, ladies. Love you. Until next time.